Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Surviving Mars inspired by the Expanse. A recap of the rules and mission setups. So, last episode we were very successful in terraforming. We are just about all done with the terraforming. This episode I'm going to go over some of the suggestions I got from all of you. So one is that I probably need extra laser defenses in case Earth decides to shoot us, as they actually might decide to do. So I'm going to set up a better laser network around my capital city. And I also want to set one up here to cover the mega telescope. And I'm going to actually keep my lasers on at all times and make sure that they are maintained. I don't want to get shot by my jerk neighbors over in Earth. Other tips. So I do have a little bit of an employment issue. One of the things I wanted to do is go through and employ as many people as I can, specialists specifically. So the Martian universities, I'm going to reduce its priority.
Research complete.
Plasma cutter's just finished up. I'm going to cue the Martian diet, so I eat less food first. So what do I want to do is, let's see here.
Resources
Auto.
are low.
I'm going to be opening up the night shifts and requiring no specialists at all of these service jobs, and then I'm going to try to open up as many specialist jobs as I can, so that people are employed. That keeps them happy. So one thing, it seems pointless, but it's just for employment, is the security station. I'm going to add a security station to this dome because I have some security officers that are simply unemployed. And then another thing I wanted to do is a shuttle hub. I'm going to put it right here. And this shuttle hub is going to be specifically for colonists only, not for everything. That way, if people want to move around, they can. Taking a look at my waste rock. My waste rock is kind of dwindling. So what I'm going to do is to remove some of the waste rock processing that I've got. So let's get waste rock processing out there, because I don't need the concrete as much as I need to make sure that the carbonate processors have things to process. If they don't, I start to lose atmo, and that's not good. All right, so here is the security station. And that way, if I cycle through people who are not currently working, we've got, for instance, this officer here who doesn't have work. That could find work here, right? Alright, so we've got the electronics factory going. And over here, we're going to lower the priority here, open up all the slots so we can train as many people as that want training. Looks like we just have a ton of engineer need, but really no one else. Alright, so even with all of these MDS lasers online and live, and we're setting up the new ones, my power is totally fine. People keep mentioning, oh, you need to go fusion power, fusion power. That's probably going to be the dead last thing I do, just given that I have, 500 spare power using wind? I don't really need to worry about that. Alright, so another thing I wanted to do is to open up, that's a research lab. Open up some additional apartments around here, and let's amplify the network node. No fuel for shuttles. So, yes, here's my new shuttle hub. Let's go slap down a fuel depot. Desired amount, let's say 100. Crank out some more, and it's going to prioritize colonists. So colonists that want to move down to the capital city can very easily do so. Now, I'm currently hurting for electronics and polymers, but that's because of things I've recently upgraded and I'm currently building. I'm not that worried about actually running low. Alright, so let's see about other unemployment. Some are going to be renegades. A bunch of these guys are just officers. Temporarily, I'm going to forbid children from being born, and then I'll open that back up soon. Which brings me to another thing I wanted to do. So we have the sanatorium, we've got the network node. Let's also get another spire in here. This is going to be the medical center spire. Alright, war tensions on Earth are dropping, which is really good. Doesn't mean they won't nuke us, though. Alright, Rocinante. Yeah, there's really nothing to do out there at the moment. Alright, so some of these MDS lasers really just haven't been built yet. We have a little bit of coverage, but not as much as I want. So what I'm going to do is lower the priority for Project Morpheus so that the electronics go to these MDS lasers, because I don't want my capital city to get nuked. That would be embarrassing. So this network node is how is this helping? Wow, no one in this Martian university. Let's get rid of it. Free up the space. So the Hawking Institute is producing a crazy amount of research, which is great, as is the research lab. Okay, so these MDS lasers are getting built. My waste rock's going back up to a healthy amount. I have an obscene amount of seeds. Truly obscene. Alright. Church, sure. I will trade you some food. Let's keep making some drones. And maybe at some point I expand my mohole. And we have these two new polymer factories, but just not a lot of engineers to work inside them. Who is currently unemployed? So let's go through this and see if we can't solve any of that. So here's an officer. Who's going to move. Another thing I could do is build some additional homes.
Resources.
So I have a bunch of smart complexes. Let's keep that trend up. That way people can move to the capital city if they so wish. This is going to cost a lot of electronics, but I'm alright with that. Oh, spacebar was destroyed in the Renegade Dome. You guys are idiots. Why break your own bar? I do not know. Alright, I'm going to try to solve my unemployment issue. I wish it wouldn't show my renegades as unemployed, because it's like Yes. I mean, I know. Okay, so they are orbital bombarding me right now.
Died.
Earth is. And as you can see, my MBS lasers are firing up. They are trying to nuke me. Cool. You guys suck. Stupid Earth. Well, that was that. All right, let's take a look at my MDS laser coverage. Let's add in another one covering our farms, because if we lost the farms, that'd be really bad. This cabling is going to be real ugly, though, but whatever. What else? We have that's sort of covered, but not that covered. Let's add one over here. That should be enough. That should be fine. Alright, Church, sure, I'll take your polymers. Project Morpheus is now online. So, new perks in adults, positive ones. That's kind of looks like the green version of the RS Sauron floating over me. Alright, so this is going to cost a lot of polymers to upgrade Home Collective here, but so be it. Now I think we only have 2 true unemployed people, because the rest are renegades. Officer. Come on. Yep, I think the only people that are unemployed now are just renegades. How many renegades do I have in here? 21, and I have 17 unemployed? That doesn't even make sense. Oh, they're seeking work. No, I guess I still have unemployed. But really not that many compared to my population of everyone else.
Research complete.
Alright, Martian diet is done. That was pretty quick. Water conservation system. Let's queue just a lot of these big projects up so I can ignore it. Most of the research that's left in the research tree isn't that important. Okay, so there's the medical center. Get that upgraded. So in this dome, there is not luxury. I thought the art workshop was luxury. The workshop milestone? Okay, that doesn't help me. Alright, I guess I'll add an art store. Seed vegetation project. Send. Send the Rocinante. What else could I add in here to make them happier? So you want an art store, maybe a little electronic store. And let's do a little decoration of a statue. Alright, so that's going to bring us up to 75% vegetation. Let's check the milestones. If we've got any... Oh, it would be over here. Terraforming progress. There's just a bloom at 90. That's really that's all that is left. So it looks like my population of the sort of... Oh, the space bar should be rejecting specialists. Let me go through and make sure that that is the case everywhere. Because it should be. Man, I am making a lot of electronics. Home collective, let's upgrade. Art store, reject specialists. Nursery, I'm going to leave that nursery there, even though it's currently empty, because eventually I'm going to allow children to be born up in here as well. Alright, so these are all set for specialists. What about over here? Did I just check this? Yeah, I did. Didn't I? Alright, so we have a large garden. We have open-air gyms. I'm not really sure if there's much need for other things. You know what I could do is some, like...
Resources are low.
Just large statues and stuff. They don't do anything, but... You know, as a point of pride. Yeah, forget that one. I'm going to make the monument.
Resources are low.
Alright, looks like my electronics are bouncing back in a very healthy way, but not so much my polymers. Production. Let's just slap another polymer factory here, just like the other ones. Not that these are full yet. Yeah, they're not even full. Forget it. We'll just have to keep training engineers. That's pretty much the bottleneck now. And a few medics, apparently. I'm going to keep an eye on my food because I am adding a lot to my population and would be easy to have a sudden dip of food and not sort of notice. I'm going to consolidate my my stockpiles. My waste rock stockpiles. I mean, honestly, you know what? I should just have waste rock stockpile near my carbonate processors and nowhere else. There. That will do. Everybody looks well supplied, full of drones. So I'm not going to worry about that. We don't have any bottlenecks. What about you, shuttle? I'm going to have the shuttle do transport of everything now that people have been moving around. Now, once we have all the home collectives built, I think our need for polymers is going to reduce a bit. I mean, at least I hope. If it doesn't, I'll be darn surprised.
Research complete.
Alright, water conservation systems. Now I'm generating a ton of water. What I could do is actually back down on some of these vapor. I just don't need as many as I have.
We have been informed that even more refugees are being sent our way.
Okay, more refugees. Earth is crumbling. And I'll fill in the gap. Now, I don't want to blow up too many of these because then I'm going to have a water shortage, but just enough. Enough so they stop sort of overlapping. But all the terraforming that I've done really boosts them up considerably. Does not look like I've got tribo coverage here. On that shuttle, so I'll add it. Alright, I don't need to request electronics. Just more polymers, I guess. Alright, so refugee rocket with 100 passengers coming my way. I do have 223 free housing. I don't have a lot of free jobs. That would, I would say, would be my my biggest problem. So, how am I going to employ these people? I'm not entirely sure. I could have them farm for the sake of farming.
Resources are low.
I don't even know what I want to do. Okay, it looks like I could even do more polymers. Let's just go overkill. There we go. Here is Brother Rhadamant coming back from seeding. Wait, I guess not, actually, yet. I don't even have fungal farms. Alright, I'll put another farm in. We do seem to have some, some botanists that are unemployed. I could start some more research, but there is diminishing returns on research. But I might as well at this point. The Nauvoo, you are... Sure, go to Earth. Oh, they blew up the Nauvoo. That's too bad. Little jerks. Alright, so let's do a Hawking Institute. And a research lab. And then next to the research lab, we will add I don't think we need more dome services. Some smart homes, I guess. With a little pond. Oh, no, that's too big of a pond. A alley. A small alley, rather. Alright, so Hawking Institute, Amplify, and Specialists Only. And Specialists Only. It looks like we have some geologists. Spacebar, destroy. Stop quitting blowing up my spacebar. You need to quit that. Alright, so now there's a lot of room for research jobs down here if I want them. Or need them. Looks like I have a lot more employed botanists as well. Seeing my moho mine's not working, but it's clearly working, so I don't know what's up with that. The refugees are almost here. Got some friends coming in. War tensions on Earth are going down again. There's only 2 unemployed in that dome. Let me just... 1 unemployed here. Some vacant slots there. We're doing pretty good. A bunch of unemployed here, but 22 of the 25 are just renegades. We'll allow visiting of other domes, but no work in other domes. Alright, seed vegetation is done. Man, that's going to take a while to get up to 100%. They're just not offering a lot of seed vegetation missions. But this is what 3/4 of Mars planted green. Man, that's greener than Earth. You're getting ridiculous now. Ridiculous, I say. Alright, so let's create... Yep. So now they actually cover each other. So, I think the next...
A colonist has died.
Why?
Research complete.
I don't know. Large-scale excavations are done. I guess I can build the excavator. That would be a wonder, I suppose. Yeah, I'll build it here. Alright, the refugee rocket landing and the Rhadamant landing. Alright, so this should help my concrete situation. Not that it needs a whole lot of help. Here comes all of the refugees piling into the homes of my capital city. Let them intermingle. A whole lot of unemployed. Now, one way to employ them quickly...
have arrived.
Yep, cool. One way to employ them quickly is to allow for regular old people to pile in. Why are my mobile mines continually not... Whoa, it's stored metals. Might be up too high? Yeah, I think we're actually maxing out on metals, maybe. So let me see. That might be it. That'd be really funny if that was the case. You were too productive. Alright, so we have almost as many open slots as we have unemployed. It's just they need training. So we're going to have a lot of people in training as we fill the Hawking Institute and the research lab. Trying to think of if there is other things that they can productively do. Not really. I don't have a lot of other work that needs done. I could just keep adding research labs. The only issue with that, of course, is at some point we don't need it anymore. So I'm going to add one of those big old space bars and casino complexes. That will employ some people and keep them happy. War tensions definitely dropped considerably because I took on a bunch of refugees that were disgruntled. Here's my wide banner. Very fancy. Alright, spacebar, reject specialists, and open the night shift. And let's just do a universal depot here. What is this? Concrete, metals, machine parts? So, say desired amount 30. That should speed that up. Alright. Night shift and open. It does look to me like I have some geologists that just don't have work. I unfortunately don't think I have access to any... Oh, you know what? That's not true. There's metal extraction here that could employ some people. I guess, for the sake of employment, might as well. I really don't need more metals, but like, heck, let's give these refugees some jobs. Now we'll employ some geologists. Keep taking the trade offers. Alright, so that U depot definitely has helped out accelerate the construction of the excavator. Let's say no more concrete, because we're maxed out on that. Okay, amplify, specialists only. Open up all the slots, and now geologists can work here.
There seems to be little time to stop the war from reaching a point of no return. Yet time...
Okay, so it's telling me that things are escalating. And not in a good way. One thing I want to do is a drone hub out here. Just to add a little coverage where Kamal is sitting. And then what I will start to do is... create scrubbers coverage here as well. So history of events. Yeah, it just gave me a little bit of warnings. Oh, you know what? Kamal, I need you back here. Because we're out of range. There we are. That'll help. Alright, this bad boy is getting constructed. Let's get rid of this U depot. So there's rockets that are constantly coming to Mars asking for resources. I don't care about that. Celebrity. So what do we have? Rare metals, electronics, machine parts, and food. And as long as I export it, it helps to keep things copacetic. Looks like I'm actually over my power max. So all the people that were like, invest in fusion. I will. I just, for now, as a stopgap, can easily and cheaply do wind. So why not? Alright, so it looks like machine parts, I actually might need some more. This is really just a factor of prioritizing the machine parts factory over other factories. So go ahead and do that. Alright, this is not plugged in yet. I'll just turn it off.
Research complete.
Okay, so these lasers... You know, this forestation plant is so close to being covered, I might as well just move it. I know it's kind of pointless, but... Okay, I'm generating a whole lot more power. Let's add some polymer blades. And what I think I'm going to do is a Universal Depot near some of these things. Because there's maintenance that, like, apparently... Oh, you guys have polymers right there. I don't know what you're talking about. They're just being cranky. Alright, it's already repaired. Alright, so my unemployment's not that bad. 33 out of 644. That's not that bad. Alright, so you're mixed trees, bushes, and grasses. Capital West Hub. That is the most creative name I can come up with. Taking a look at my research tree. Alright, so fine. Fusion. That would be here. And then we'll do fusion auto-regulation and internal fusion. Once we get all that, we'll think about, you know, hooking that up. Alright, so the excavator is on. It must be connected to power. How is this not connected to power? Oh, it needs to be plugged in like that, maybe? Blocking objects. What are you, dumb? This is ridiculous. Do I have to plug it in here, maybe? Yeah, that's where I need to plug it in. Today I learned. So the only one I'm going to have trouble with is the machine parts. So actually, let's, production. Machine parts factory here. There, so now we're making concrete. Why aren't you being maintained? I'm going to add a ridiculous amount of drones to cover these. And let's just keep cranking them out. I've scheduled 50, so that should be enough. Alright, there we go. Now we're actually just mining up. Is there any way for me to get scrubbing coverage here? Let's try. Alright, machine parts factory, specialists only. Open up all slots, make it a high priority, and let's crank out some machine parts. Alright, this will be connected to power in a second, as will everything down here in a second. 3, 2, 1. No, I don't think this can be covered. It doesn't reach. Maybe the corner would? I don't know. I'll try right there. We'll see. We will see. Actually, I really don't want farm automation. Alright, so now we're working on fusion. That should satisfy all the people that just kept saying, go fusion, go fusion, go fusion, go fusion, go fusion. I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. Ralcinante. No seed missions. Does this reach? It does. So that means it would reach over here as well. Alright, I'm gonna screw things up badly before fixing them. I'll just pause it because I'm really making a mess. Alright, yes, I know. I made a mess. And I turned a lot of things off. I will fix it. Alright, we're back online. Alright, so cargo requested. Yes. And yes. Rocinante, I might just send you to... There's nothing I even want to do out here. I don't know. Send you to a high-com satellite just to free up the landing pad.
Research complete.
Alright, nuclear fusion is done. Researched. Alright, that should cover the excavator now. Renegade stealing some stuff. Cool. You know, whatever. Actually, forget that. Don't worry about that expedition. And stealing seeds. I have so many seeds, that's a joke. From Laundress Nova. Alright, I'm going to convert to landing pad and land the electronics rocket here. And then as soon as this takes off, do the same over here. Just so that I can resupply Earth with the resources they demand to end their war. So let's do the food one. And then we have one left once there's room for the machine parts. And I should be able to get the machine parts to them, no problem, because I have a bunch of engineers working on that. Come on, Scrubber. Is that not covering? That looks covering to me. Maybe it isn't. Alright, seed vegetation. Good, good. Holden, let's get you off the pad and sent there. Let me land, let me land.
Research complete.
There we are. Microfusion is researched.
Hatred has lost. Sound minds and human compassion emerged victorious.
Alright. Last war is done. So, here's the issue. All that's really left for me to do is to raise my vegetation up to 100%, which I can't say is all that thrilling. It doesn't really require me to do very much. It just requires me to sort of sit here and do the seed vegetation special projects as they come up. Meaning that this series is very likely coming to a hard close. I don't know if there's really much for me to do anymore. So I will round out the hour here with you guys, and then this will probably be it. I can't really imagine that there's a lot of interesting stuff left. But it has been a lot of fun. And so many of you have supplied instrumental tips and tricks and feedback to me, allowing me to play this better. And I really appreciate that. I love knowing that I can play a new game and I will not be lost. I will not be stuck or confused because any questions that I have can be answered by you all. And that's awesome. It's quite the benefit. Now, that's got to be covering it now, right? The scrubber. Well, you all voted for microfusion, or not voted, but demanded that I build it. So here's the fusion reactor. This will employ people, which I guess has benefit. And I'll just build one right here. Slap it down. My resources are looking pretty healthy other than my fuel, so how about we get a little bit of fuel production? So let's build a refinery pretty much next to our hubs where we need to use the fuel. And Renegades, Martian Vice. Close all hubs for 3 souls to improve security. We need our shuttles. Alright, I'll close all hubs. It doesn't... I don't think my Renegades are getting out of hand, though. 22? 22 Renegades. Bossing around a population of 625.
Research complete.
Alright, so Fusion is super researched. Eternal Fusion is... Oh, no longer require workers. I actually don't really want that right now. So what I'll do is I'll just, I'll do research of low-hanging fruit. So here's the thing is, the fusion reactors... actually, let's just research that. Because...
Research complete.
Engineers is the only job that I actually have need of elsewhere. Water reclamation... Getting that going. Yeah, and then we'll just low-hanging fruit the rest of this. See what else. Okay, so that is, I think, being scrubbed now, which is cool. It's kind of hard to get construction close enough. Alright, so my hubs are shut down for a bit. And... plug that bad boy in. Now, I think a lot of my fuel usage was just I had a bunch of rockets that all demanded fuel use all of a sudden. I'm not even going to bother with... I'll just build it anyway. Hell with it. But I really don't need it. Alright, this will need some piping. Done. We have so many seeds. But it is nice to see, like, the splotch of green over there. I'm surprised that more of that my home map tile isn't forested. I guess it really does require me to have forestation plants, but I never really made it a goal, personally, to set, like, crazy plant stuff up everywhere. I don't know. What else could we build here? I could build a space elevator, but I don't really care about that either. I could do a geoscape dome before the end of this series. I'll put it here, overlapping the research site. This does mean home collective. Sorry, this smart complex. I don't know if I actually really need passages, but I'll set them up anyway. Ooh, a lot of my miners are crazy. Storage space is full for electronics. Okay, alright, I gotcha. I gotcha. Electronics there. And here. I don't know, I'm just sort of slopping them down now. At least we'll have space. Alright, Geoscape Dome. Another thing that we're going to want with a brand new dome is going to be a dome hub. And then we will want a use depot to support it. This just requires a whole bunch of polymers. So actually, forget the U depot. Let's just make it a polymer depot. And desired amount, all of it. You guys destroyed a grocer. Good for you. You little morons. Stupid renegades fighting against groceries. How stupid. Alright, so polymers are coming down there. Unfortunately, with the lack of my shuttle systems, due to the fact that I've had some terror activity or whatever, it's going to take a little while to build that. Alright, so we're going to call you Geodome, and I'll add some additional drones here. New project seed vegetation. Let's send... Or actually, we'll... How many ships have I... I've lost a lot of ships. Alright, buy a rocket. You are the... Just gonna call you the Mars one. Launching.
Research complete.
Internal fusion is done. All of the engineers here are going to be unemployed real soon. But it's a good way to, you know, power up, I guess. I'm not ever going to get rid of my wind turbines because it's just honestly too much work.
Research complete.
Okay, so we're doing the low-hanging fruit, basically the low-tech, easy-to-get research done while we do geoscape domes. I have 8 minutes left or so. I don't know how much of that I'm going to be able to do. Surprisingly enough, well, I guess we need rare core metals. Let's get that breakthrough next, after whatever we're currently researching. I think my concrete extractors are maxed down here. Yep, they are maxed.
Research complete.
Alright, magnetic filtering's done. Alright, we'll do the breakthrough and then some easy to do research. Alright, come on, polymers. Is my shuttle hubs back up line? No, they're not. God, it feels like it's been way longer than what the Renegades demanded. Okay, there we go. Shuttle heavy load, that means the hubs are back on. And we'll get this geoscape dome probably just in time for me never to use it. You know how it be. Oh, look at all these. Oh my god. And here's the geoscape dome getting constructed. Alright, domes without life support. That's just because it's not plugged in. There. Alright, polymers, sorry, don't need you anymore. But let's bring food down here. And Spires. We'll do a sanatorium. Homes. We will do... you know what we're going to do? We're going to jump to a Hawking Institute. And... a research lab. Fill the rest of this back up with surfaces. So let's do a grocer and a dining. Some small alleys. Alright, seed vegetation is done. Now, homes. Here we go. Let's go with some smart complexes. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a network node here. Get a farm going.
Research complete.
Rare core metals. I don't even know where the rare core metals were. Alright, hi, new ship. Welcome home. Or actually, this is probably the Rocinante. Our home collective. Reject non-reject specialists. We have a lot of botanists that need jobs. Whoa, we have a lot of botanists that need jobs. Why do I have so many damn botanists? Fine. Well, let's employ these botanists. There. And they'll just plant some quinoa. Or actually, just plant fruit trees. Sterling generator just got researched. I'm going to be researching a lot of little stuff very quickly. So, Hawking Institute, with no one working in it. Alright, let's enforce specialists. I don't know where all those botanists just ended up going. They're cycling in. And we have a big need of additional scientists now. I just opened up a ton of science jobs over here, because why not? We have a 20% research boost over here. Mega storage just got done. As you can see, the rest of this is just a cascading effect of everything else getting fallen in line. Alright, so what is missing here? Let's do some dome services. I know I'm just about out of time, but let's do an art store and an electronics store and an infirmary.
Research complete.
A little decoration for a small garden. Open air gym. And one of those big gardens, which doesn't fit there. All right, put it over there. Dust repulsion. New project for seed vegetation. Going. Get up to 85%. That's not terrible. All right, all of these service sector jobs. Opening up. It's funny how no one is living here, yet I still have an employment. Botanists are.
Research complete.
Well, that's repeatable, so there's not much point in doing that. Alright, well, we've got the Geoscape Dome. You know, you never really got a name, did you? I'm not going to call you Rod 1, so let's give you a name. You are going to be Syria Plantum. Another name derived from the Expanse. Well, very nice. I feel pretty good about the... it took me a while to build up steam in the series, but once I built up the steam, we did a pretty good job. Let's expand our mohole because we can. What are you? You're the new ship that never got a name? I guess you could be the new Donager if I wanted. Storage compression's done. Look at all this low-hanging fruit research going so quick. You'll be the Donager number 2. Maybe you should just be the Tachi. I don't know. Whatever. Well, guys, that's about it. I think this is the end of this this entire series. We sort of, other than just like running out the clock for some additional seed vegetation missions, we did the last war. Thanks to all your advice and help, we survived the missile barrages. We exported resources. We took on a lot of refugees. Let me know what you think about this series. Right now, I have an opportunity for the Patreon patrons of mine to submit ideas for games for me to play replacing this series. And in probably about a week's time, I will have a poll for them to vote on what game I should play. So if you're interested in doing that, if you're interested in being able to suggest games to me directly, go to patreon.com/Rhadamant. If you have any other feedback for me, just drop me a line. I'll be happy to answer it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all in another series. Farewell.